in my fate today.
Falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the hate. It's just another war.
Stop number 16 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Pocono Raceway. The Tricky Triangle, as it is known, for the running of the 5 Energy 400. And as you've seen, we've gone back to regular Pocono now because the version that I was using has now been messed up by the... Well, not really messed up, but the setup we were using for the ARCA series, I mean, it got basically... got to where they qualified at about 210, 15 miles an hour, and they basically wreck every lap. So I went back to regular Pocono for this one. The default version, let's put it that way. But anyway, let's get the show on the road. Hopefully they can make a Sprint Cup mid date for all the 2003 tracks, I hope. But anyway... let's get the starting line here. On the pole at 177 miles an hour, it is Trent Dunham, the number 1 Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. He's on the pole for today's event. Alongside of him, the number 29 Goodwrench Chevrolet of Joseph Romero. I believe it's his best start of the season. He's on the outside. Row 2 has Richmond winner Quentin Moore, the number 21 Citgo Ford, and beside him, the number 4 Kodak Films Chevrolet. It's Chris Dodd alongside. Then it's Kev Shearer, the number 32 Tide Pontiac in the inside of the third row for PPI Motorsports. And John Arndt, the winner of the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte, he's on the outside. Row 4 has the Prodigy Chevrolet car number 71 of Ryan Madden, and he's alongside the number 6 Valvoline Ford of Matt Dallio. He's alongside. Row number 5 has the number 7 X-Side Batteries Ford of William Brock. He's on the inside, and beside him, Luis Hernandez, the 25 Michael Holligen Chevrolet. Zach Rogers, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, has the inside of the next row down, the winner at Dover this season. Beside him, the number 12 Altel Dodge of JT Bryant. He won at Talladega. Levi McIntyre, the number 99 X-Side Batteries SKF Ford, has the inside of the next row, and beside him, Cooper Siron, the winner at Darlington, the number 11 FedEx Kinko's Chevrolet. Then it's Levi Shones, the number 01 U.S. Army Pontiac, and beside him the number 35 Tabasco Hot Sauce Pontiac of James Richardson. He's the point leader coming in the Pocono. He's alongside. Dalton Day, the winner at Texas this season, the number 20 Home Depot MB&A Pontiac, and number 26 Cheerios Betty Crocker Ford of Stephanie Gardner is alongside. William Brock, the number 30 Pennzoil Pontiac, is the inside of the next row, and beside him, the number 5 Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet of Austin LaPlante has the outside. Here comes the command to fire the engines at Pocono.
Drivers, start your engine.
And given the fire the engines, we guess have a racing here today. Here, next row down is Charles Sanford, the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. He currently sits 4th in the points chase, and beside him, it is Corey Williams, the number 31 Lowe Chevrolet. Pocono is a very unique racetrack. We will give, hopefully these guys can make it through one lap without wrecking, I hope, on this racetrack. It's been a while since I used the default Pocono, truthfully. We'll show you how this track is unique. All 3 angles, or all 3 straights, turns, and angles. So let's put it that way. As the green flag waves, we are underway here in the 5 Energy 400. 20 laps around this racetrack. They come here at Pocono. They're starting to fan out just a little bit as Charles Stammer makes a move to the inside here. Quentin Moore goes inside of Trent Dunham as they go into turn number 1, which is banked 14 degrees in the turns, and boy, they're getting 4 wide already, and they are, and Quentin Moore, oh, that was close. That was close. On to the long pond straight we go, which is 3,055 feet in length, and they go into turn number 2. That's 8 degrees banked. And it's the trouble spot, the north chute at 1,780 feet. And Trent Dunham is spun already. Charles Sanford, 4th in the points, has crashed. We saw the 5 of Austin LaPlante in it. Oh, and Nicholas Romero got hit bad. Kyle Matthews gets hit. Michael Turner. He'll take Austin LaPlante. Corey Williams. Or no, not Corey Williams. That's Luis Hernandez, actually. Oh, man. I forgot how much of a wreck fest this track was. And since somebody gave me a lecture on race tracks, I'm not going to name who it was, but I've been priding myself on trying to get better race tracks and trying to make the racing better without having to be in wreck fests. So far, not going very well. Cav Scherer leads him back to the start-finish line, and my utter here, but bottom line about Pocono, the north chute is 1,780 feet, the third turn is banked 6 degrees, and the front straight is 30,740 feet, and that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, let's look at what happened to cause the wreck. And this always is a trouble spot at Pocono. Is the north chute at coming out of turn number 2. Trent Dunham got squeezed up in the wall. Gets into Joseph Romero. Gets into Matt Dalio in a 6. They crowd each other. And Dunham goes sideways. And then a lot of the drivers are going heads up on where do I go when I get there. And yeah, the 25 of Luis Hernandez hits Charles Sanford. Sent him spinning. Joshua Osborne mowing the grass. And same with Zachary Fitzwater. Same with Nicholas Romero. Same with Jesse Turner. Turner hits, Romero hits Sanford. Now Jeremy Jones in the 18, he's, now we're back to Jeremy Jones in the 18. He's going to plow right into Nicholas Romero right there. Romero goes in front of Kyle Matthews, and Matthews has nowhere to go in the 42. And he's going to get banged bad by 00 William Bedford. And Austin LaPlante just bangs Michael Turner. Zach Flickinger, who is here, makes it through, I believe, and then just like little silver balls, like a little silver ball in a pinball machine on some of these cars. And a lot of them were up in the top 10 in a points chase. Nicholas Romero was in the top 10. Charles Sanford was in the top 10. Kyle Matthews was in the top 10. Trent Dunham was in the top 10. Jeremy Jones was making his way up in the points, actually, from after being in a bit of a slump. And several cars, I'm sure, is going to head for the alignment shop after this race, after this wreck. But Cav Scherer one race back to the start-finish line. And several cars already out of the race. William Bedford, Austin LaPlante, Jeremy Jones, Kyle Matthews. That's going to hurt him bad in the points. He came in this race 6th in the standings. Luis Hernandez and Michael Turner all involved in the crash. Well, that didn't take long. And it never does at Pocono, I might add. Hate to know what the race is going to be like when we hit Michigan, the next stop on the tour. Field's going to round a third turn here at Pocono as they are about to get the green flag to restart this race here. And so far, 6 cars out of this race. Cav Scherer will lead him down to the start-finish line, looking for his first win of the season. And he's in the lead. Ryan Madden in second position. Third, Quentin Moore. Fourth is Chris Dodd. Fifth, Zach Rogers. Then comes William Brock, Matt Dalio, Dylan Poteet, Seth Cole, and Joseph Romero, the top 10. And boy, look at Rogers. He and Chris Dodd battling it out. That's Rogers in the 3, Dodd in the 4. Pair of Chevrolets going at it. Let's see if we can make it through this spot without any trouble this time here as they come out of turn number 2. Some few wall scrapers as expected. This time no problem as they head up into the third turn. That's banked 6 degrees, as I said before. Quentin Moore up the high side of the racetrack. Dylan Poteet trying to get around, or Seth Cole trying to get around his buddy Dylan Poteet. And he may bring Levi McIntyre with him in the 99. Poteet had a tremendous run the last stop on the tour at Riverside when he came in, I believe, 4th in the race. And Seth had a good run at Riverside as well, as did Levi McIntyre. But Kev Shearer has led every lap so far. Not every race, but he's led every lap so far. Shearer comes in on this race, I believe, 16th in the standings. His best finish was a 2nd at Darlington. And has had a pretty good run so far. I mean, and he's battling. He's not battling for Rookie of the Year. His rookie year was season 13. Didn't race season 14 for some odd reason, but so this is his 2nd season in the standings. Ryan Madden, on the other hand, he is a rookie, and he's battling for Rookie of the Year, which is awarded to the highest finishing rookie in the points chase, as is Zach Rogers. He's right now he is the 2nd best rookie right now in the points chase. Only James Richardson doing a little bit better. He's the leader in the points. And we have had rookie champions before in this series too, so. But Rogers right now runs in 3rd position. 4th is William Brock. 5th is Seth Cole. 6th is Levi McIntyre for Thrash Maniac Rockin' Wrestling Racing. Quentin Moore, the winner at Richmond this season, runs in 7th position. He currently sits 14th in the points coming in. Having a solid season so far. Quentin was last season's Rookie of the Year. Levi Shones, who's been in the series before, he's in 8th position. 9th is Dylan Poteet, the season 1 champion of this series. And also the only 2-time Daytona 500 champ in this series too. He right now runs in 9th. 10th is Joseph Romero. 11th is JT Bryant in the 12 car, the winner at Talladega this season. There is Dalton Day, the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac. He broke that long, storied winless drought he was on, going back to season 12 in this series, when he scored a crazy win at Texas. I might add, it was a very crazy race. When he had the big crash on it with 2 laps to go, and Dalton, who was running, was up in the right place at the right time. He right now sits 12. Joshua Osborne, another orange card, in 13th position, the winner at North Wilkesboro. That is a 95 Thunderbird he's driving. He has a 96 in the trailer as well. And he raced the 96 when he won at Wilkesboro, but just like a lot of teams this season, they're trying some stuff on some. They're trying out backup cars and everything else, and that's going to be the same way next season as well. Johnny Gardner getting around Quentin Moore, though. He moves Johnny up to, I think, 13th position. Actually, 14th. Yeah, he is 13th. Osborne running 12th as he gets inside, tries to go inside of Dalton Day for position. Jesse Turner battling it out with Marty Johnson, a Daytona 500 champ. Noah Carr's having a pretty good, solid run, running in 18th position at the moment. That's another guy in need of a good run here as well. Noah Carr's has had some pretty solid runs this season, but not really earth-shattering runs, but effective nonetheless. Corey Williams running in, I believe, 19th position. We'll see where he's clocked at this time by. He's got Jessica Shelton right behind him in the 9 car. Williams right now runs 19th. Shelton, the winner at Martinsville this season, running in 20th position. She sits right now 2nd in the points coming in. The only 3-time champion in this series. Dylan Young going inside of Chris Dodd for position, and he'll try to bring his buddy Matt Dahlia with him in a 6. As he goes inside of Dodd for position. Now that's for 22nd position. Dylan Young there, the winner at the Bristol this season in the Food City 500. Stephanie Gardner there, the winner, and there's a 2-time winner as well. Joshua Collard, the 43 STP Pontiac, winner at California and the last stop on the tour at Riverside this season. Cooper Siron, the winner at Darlington, right behind him. There's Dallas McIntosh. Zach Flickinger in the 33, Zachary Fitzwater in the 45. John Arndt, Trent Dunham, Charles Sanford going inside and passing Ryan George, the winner of the All-Star race this season. A little damage there on the Sanford car. That's going to hurt him a little in the points. He came in this race 4th in the points chase. Charles Sanford did. There's James Richardson. He was the points leader coming in. He's 34th at the moment. And knowing the guys like Shelton and Marty Johnson or Zach Rogers, all of them are ahead of him. That's going to possibly kill him his chance of keeping the lead in the points. But nothing going on so far for Kev Shearer. He has led every lap so far. He is running as the leader of the moment right now. William Brock running in 2nd position. 3rd is Brian Madden. Battle for 4th between Seth Cole, Zach Rogers, and Levi McIntyre. McIntyre takes 4th. Here comes Rogers to the inside of Seth Cole. He'll take 5th. And tries to go inside of Levi as they go into turn number 1. Nothing doing at the moment. Rogers gets off the wall just a little bit. And Seth loses another spot to Dylan Poteet, maybe also to JT Bryant in the 12. JT is Seth having a solid run. He's also another one who's running for Rookie of the Year, and right now having a solid season so far. Even though the point standings don't really show it, he's 25th at the moment. Seth Cole 29th in the points. But I tell you, that man Dylan Poteet though, he's on the move right now in that 22 car. He's up to the 7th position, trying to go over 6, trying to make it the inside of, trying to go over 6 inside of Levi Shones in the 0-1. Shones was up in the top 10 in the points chase, and he's fell off just a little bit. Even though he's fell off a little bit, he's down to 23rd in the points. But this kind of runs that some people need though to try to get themselves up a little bit more up in the points chase. But right now, the top four guys have not yet won this season. Levi McIntyre going inside of Ryan Madden for 3rd. Given that 99 car a solid ride, he is currently 12th in the standings, and Levi has really worked his way up in the points. And here comes William Brock inside of Kev Shearer for the lead. And he's got it. Or maybe. And he does have it there. William Brock takes the lead away from Kev Shearer, who goes up the track, and Shearer's thinking, "Oh no, can I not get a break or anything in this series?" Race ain't over yet though. We're down to 4 laps to go. Ryan Madden, possibly even Levi McIntyre could possibly catch him. McIntyre just go inside for 2nd position on Madden. He does take 3rd from Shearer. All the while, he's got Zach Rogers right behind him in the 3 car. Rogers has to go inside of McIntyre. Nothing doing yet. And Shearer's going backwards. He's down to about 5th, maybe even 6th position now. William Brock, though, having a solid run, though. He's taking the lead away. Now, can William Brock hold off the snarling pack of cars? Here comes McIntyre to the inside. And now you got the X-Side cars, 1 and 2. Both of them are Fords, albeit different teams, though. William Brock driving for Jeff Bodine Racing, and Levi McIntyre is the Roush Fenway piece, even though, as I said, his team name is Thrash Maniac Rockin' Wrestling Racing. I tell you what, if William Brock would not be the one out in front, this would be one heck of a battle for the lead, possibly. But we are down to 3 laps to go. And possibly the draft of Zach Rogers and Levi McIntyre could possibly get up to catch up to William Brock. That is if they stay side by side. But sometimes you never know when they'll make the move to the inside. If they make the move to the inside, it could be the all over but the shouting for William Brock in a 7 car. And that's what he would want to see is if Zach Rogers and Levi McIntyre can battle side by side as they come down for 2 laps to go in the race. And that's what I'm meaning right there, folks. Rogers to the inside of McIntyre. Just they were about ready to come up to the back of Zach, to William Brock's back bumper. This could be all over but the shouting as far as racing for the win is concerned. But Rogers does have Ryan Madden behind him. Maybe. Off out of turn number 2. McIntyre off the wall just a little bit. Dylan Poteet goes inside of McIntyre for the 4th position. They'll come down. They will get the white flag. They will have 1 lap remaining. Does William Brock hold them all off to the start-finish line? White flag waves, 1 lap remaining here in the 500 G 400. William Brock out in front. Zach Rogers trying to close right in for the win. He does have the advantage of having the drive the 71 car of Ryan Madden. Now, if they can get close enough to the back bumper of William Brock's car, it could possibly make a run at it, but I don't know if they got enough juice to do it, though. They bring the car out of turn number 2 on the north chute. It's 1,780 feet long. Joshua Osborne is making his way up through the field right now. That is the 6th position he took. Ryan Madden trying to go inside of Zach Rogers, but the day belongs to the number 7 Excite Barriers Ford. William Brock wins the 500 G 400 at Pocono. William Brock, car number 7, a great race for him. Took the lead late in the going when he needed to, and held off among the best in the business. Held off guys like Levi McIntyre, Zach Rogers. Ryan Madden comes home in 3rd position. 4th to Dylan Poteet. Levi McIntyre drops to 5th. Joshua Osborne 6th. 7th was Zach Austin. We haven't talked about him at all today. In the 7th in 23 car, he finished 7th. Joseph Romero in 8th position. Levi Shones 9th and 10th position to Seth Cole. Average speed 137.177 as William Brock takes the win. Kev Shearer, that is a heartbreak for him. He led almost all the race and slid back to 11th position when William Brock got him loose coming out of the 2nd turn. And that was all she wrote right there. But still a solid run over Kev Shearer. But I'm sure very disappointed. He felt like he had the car that could have won this race today, and I thought he did too. Marty Johnson comes on 12th, 13th Corey Williams, 14th Dalton Day. Johnny Gardner 15th, 16th Noah Carr, 17th Jessica Shelton, 18th Dylan Young, 19th Jesse Turner, and 20th was Stephanie Gardner. In the race, JT Bryant, Joshua Collard, Cooper Cyron, Quentin Moore, Dallas McIntosh, Chris Dodd, Matt Delio, Trent Dunham. 28th Dunham was the pole sitter for the event, and he got into a little skirmish in the first lap. Zachary Fitzwater 29th, Zach Flickinger 30th. He was up in the points as well. John Arndt 31st, Charles Sanford 32nd, Ryan George, James Richardson, and Nicholas Romero was the last car that finished the race. William Bedford, Austin LaPlante, Jeremy Jones, Kyle Matthews, Luis Hernandez, and Michael Turner were the 6 cars out of the race after the lap 1 big one. So our congratulations again to William Brock, his first win of the season and his first win of his career in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as he takes home the 500 G 400. The next up on the tour will be the Miller Lite 400 at Michigan Speedway on that very fast 2-mile racetrack. So until then, this is James Qualls, and this has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.